Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Tanya at SideGigCrafts. It's Watercolor Wednesday. We are here to play. I'm so glad you're here to join me and hang out with me and hopefully craft with me because it's always more fun with a friend. I've got my watercolors out. These are my Muñe watercolors. These are my absolute favorites. Let's get some light on this subject. And I've got some die cuts. I've got an idea. That's the biggest thing. I've got an idea. What we're going to do today is we are going to warm up. What do I mean by warm up? You don't have to warm up to watercolor, right? It's not like it's an athletic event. But it's morning. I just got up a little bit ago. Been watching some videos. Other people are participating in Watercolor Wednesday. I want to be supportive of everyone's channels who participate. Well, I want to be supportive of everybody anyway, but Watercolor Wednesday, since I am hosting that, I feel like I need to go out and make sure that I'm supporting you all as well. That's what you do for me, and I want to do the same for you. So if you post, be sure to tag me and use that hashtag so that I can go back and find your video quickly and support your channel as well. Watercolor is not something that I'm not an artist. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a me and doing something that I enjoy. And that is some watercolor. So Wednesday I break out my paints and I practice and I just, have some fun. So I hope you guys will do that too. It's an art form that I absolutely love. And it's something I want to improve on. I want to improve my skills. I don't ever expect to be super incredible at it, but it's an art that I really appreciate because it's not an easy art. Realism is not my thing because it's a little more in depth than, I don't know. I just don't feel that that's ever going to be my strong suit. So we'll just put it like that. I don't think that's my gift, but I don't draw. I can't draw for beans. So to expect myself to be able to watercolor realistically, like realistic photos, like pick a scene and paint it and have it turn out the way I see it. I don't ever expect myself to be able to do that. But I can be inspired by those photos and do fun things that will, maybe be beautiful regardless. So what I'm doing here, hi Doobie, is it time to get up and go out? Is your nose up in the camera? Oh, you're being sweet today. Your mommy's calling you to go outside. We got a visit from Doobie this morning. All right. So if realism or, sometimes those just aren't our skills, and that's okay. But you can always practice and become better at it if you wanted to. Maybe it's something you really want to focus on. We can do whatever we want to do, right? That's what I know. Now, okay, so you're probably wondering, what the heck is she doing? She's just kind of going all over the place, spouting off and hopefully encouraging and in an encouraging way. What I'm doing is I'm just getting some colors on some paper right now. I'm going to be doing some die cuts on this, and I just want to cover the paper. I'm going to be cutting out some hearts. We're going to be making a Valentine card. So follow along. You can do it too. I'm going to use some die cuts that I have. You don't have to use die cuts. You can cut out your own hearts. I just figure it'd be quicker, easier, and I like the hearts better. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to add some purple into here. I'm just adding some kind of bright and fun colors that might lend themselves well to hearts. Maybe I shouldn't have added the purple. We'll see. Maybe I should have just added some blue and let them turn into purple. Or maybe I'll just avoid those parts. So what I'm going to do is once this is colored, I'm going to set it aside to dry. We don't have to color all the spots. I kind of like the variations of the colors. And that's kind of what I was going for. So we're going to let this dry. I'm going to leave the purple alone. I think I'm just going to leave it just like that. All right, so let's set this aside. I should have thought about it and got a clean space on my desk to put this on where it would lay flat instead of curved, but we're gonna go with that. All right, now here's what I'm gonna do. We're going to, oops, I don't want to lose that little tiny die. You guys, look how tiny this little heart is. Isn't it cute? It's just a random, just took it out of my Valentine's stuff. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now that I have red water, I want blue. Of course I do. And I want a very light blue. I'm going to go for this ultramarine blue, and we're going to water it down a lot. I think I want blue. I feel like I want blue with white. I feel like I want like a baby blue. And I think this will go well, but I think it's gonna be, let's test it. Let's test this color. I know this isn't, oh, I don't even want to do that on that. Give me some paper. Let's just do it on here. This is the color I want. Actually, that is kind of the color I wanted. That's perfect, actually. That is perfect. So I'm looking for a very thin baby blue for an envelope, okay? And actually, I'm gonna add even more water to that. Very much water, okay? Because I can thicken that color up, but I can't. It's gonna be harder to lighten it up once it's on the paper. So I think that's good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm making an envelope, if you didn't catch on to that. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm gonna be actually adding this onto a card base. So our envelope is going to be a triangle up here. So I'll be cutting it out, so. What? Probably didn't do that right. Probably should have drawn it first. But here we are. I say that a lot, don't I? But here we are. But it's true. And it doesn't need to be perfect. I can go in and use my micron pens if I want to perfectionize it. But as of right now, I just want to get it out on the paper, okay? And I'm okay if my envelope is a little wonky too. Because you know what? It's handmade. And we are having fun. No perfectionism here. All right, so I'm just making the shape of a house, which is going to be an envelope. And what I'm gonna do is I want to get this all covered. I can probably use a bigger brush, but I noticed that my bigger brush has glue on it because I wasn't painting for a while and I needed a glue brush apparently. And so I picked up my watercolor brush. I'm ordering new paint brushes today, you guys. I just am. I need new paintbrushes. If I'm gonna be doing this and working with this, I need my brushes to be dedicated. Dedicated watercolor brush. You guys should not use watercolor brushes for other things and then expect them to work for watercolors again. You know, you do you, but once they've got glue and things on them, they're not gonna work the same. I promise you that. All right, so my paper is warping a little bit. And one of the things you can do, which I am actually gonna do, don't usually, and I don't have any other washi. I feel like there was another roll here. I feel like there was, but I probably did the right thing and put it away somewhere. I probably put it away. I've been trying to clean up, so surprise, surprise. That's why I leave things on my desk. What if I need it? What if I need it when I'm in the middle of a video? Do I get up and go get it? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this and make my life a little bit easier. And we're also going to kind of soak this little puddle up a little bit because it is warping and it's rolling over to the edge. I just soak that up a little for now. And flatten this out the best that I can without sticking my finger in the middle of the water. And I'm kind of bummed that I'm using this gorgeous tape for this, but that's okay. There's a whole lot of it, so. Isn't that beautiful? Chloe got that for me. I've talked about that tape before. I love that tape. Okay. Partially because my daughter got it for me. And partially because it's just beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and thicken that color up just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of go and drop it up in here. And it's going to spread. You can see it kind of doing its own thing, and that's exactly what I want. Oops, that's all right. You want to keep it just inside your line so it doesn't spread out. You don't want it to spread outside of that. I'm going to go all the way to the edge because some of my paint already did. And I'm going to cut it anyway, so actually that'll help me have a straight edge. So I'm spreading that out. I made the decision to do that. Okay. Now I'm getting some harsh lines right here, which tells me that that paint, or that part of the paper was already dry. And I'm painting on it. But that's all right. All right, so one of the things, you know, envelopes have these triangles, right? So we're going to kind of line up the point here. And we're going to go this way and then this way. Trusting this process. I need to get this wet again because this is really dry already. Again, I'm using Canton watercolor paper, and because it's not the bestest quality, it works and you can make beautiful things with it. Don't get me wrong, but it dries faster and it can be a little more difficult to work with because of that. So your watercolor paper, the better quality that you get, will stay wet longer to accept the paints and to do its thing. So depending on your paper, your time to work with it may be a little different. And again, I'm not aiming for perfection here, so it's okay if some of these things are not perfect. Now I'm going to draw a line from this corner down to here. And this is probably a bit dry too, and that's okay. I'm going to probably use micron pens to assist with my lines to make them more bold. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Again, not looking for perfection. It's okay. I'm also going to be cutting this, so some of my imperfections are going to be also hidden. I like to be tricky like that. We're going to probably do that line again. In fact, I want to kind of lift some of that. If you don't like it, you can go in and sometimes you can lift some of that out, depending on your paper, depending on your paint. But that was a little rough. And that's not much better, but I think I can work with it. I think I can. Let's drop another line right here. And another right here. Let's get that really bold. Can you guys see it coming together though? I think that's the idea. We're going to have a really super cute Super cute Valentine. There we go. I kind of want to go, no, I think I'm going to leave that. So, I hope you guys are doing well. I haven't checked in really, have I? I've just got right into it. Today, of course, is Watercolor Wednesday, so it's Wednesday. And I actually am filming this on Wednesday. Today is my day number 5, 6 working in a row. Yesterday I didn't film at all. I had some interesting personal stuff going on yesterday, so I didn't get to film. So I apologize if you guys were looking for my video. I did not film yesterday. Being careful what I say here. Had some exciting personal stuff going on yesterday, and I'm hoping I can share that information with you soon. Hoping something really exciting happens with it, but I can't really talk about it just yet. So stay tuned for that. I'll be letting you know one way or the other, whatever happens or what didn't happen. But there's some exciting stuff going on, and I can't wait to share. So I'm hoping for the good news, of course. All right. Okay, I don't want to overdo this, and I think I'm overthinking it already. So I'm going to stop. I'm just going to stop right now. It's not perfect, and I'm okay with that. But as I keep fussing with it, it's going to be off. And I think I want to leave it alone. I'm going to use my Micron pens to define lines because I like that style, and it's kind of what I'm... my brain is aiming for that, and I can't let it do that because I'm going to overwork it and make it look just bad, and I'm not going to be happy. So we're going to go ahead and close this up for now. This is for our hearts, to make hearts, and this is dry. So what I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to tear it because I need to fit it through my SideGig. We're done watercoloring. Now we're going to create, okay? Sometimes you don't have to do so much work. So what we're going to do, we're going to get out the SideGig. I think you guys can still see. Can you still see? I think you can. Gosh, I hope I'm recording at all. Yes, I am. Good. All right, good. And I've been in frame the whole time. That's amazing. All right. This needs to be about 2 inches or a little thick there. Should have torn off the side that wasn't painted, huh? Okay. So I was going to use one of these hearts. I think I can put some of those in there. We're going to do it. And we're going to cut some out anyway. I try to keep my dies together as much as I can, but sometimes I want to use this little SideGig, and I have to break them up. So let's put a couple of these on here. This is why I wanted the colors to be different throughout the paper, was because I could put these down and kind of capture the colors that I wanted out of the watercolor. This is gonna be better for this one, for this slide through, for this go round. Let's see how this watercolor paper cuts. It should be good. Look at the blooms on that. That's really cool. All right, so I've got a little heart, a pink one, and I've got a really cool cutout one that actually cuts like butter. Let's do some more. Got a darker one. Let's get some of that bloom in there. That's so cool. Let's get this one. I don't need a ton because my envelope's not that big, but I want to get some good ones for sure. And then I've got that little tiny itty bitty one that we can get. I'm shaking again. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Okay. A couple more there. Let's use this itty bitty. I can get another out of there. Let's get like a purpley one. Let's see if it'll go in one pass so I don't have to go so far. It won't take as long. Yep, perfect. I don't know where these tiny heart dies came from. They came from different sets in my stash, and I didn't have labels on them because I'm horrible at that. It's a random one. It might have even been gifted to me. I really don't know. Really don't know. Trying to just get some different patterns, different colors. We know we only have to go through once. That's good news. I probably have enough hearts now to fill my little envelope, but I'm going to cut some more because when I start putting them in there, I want the colors to vary enough that they don't look just like a pile of the same color. I want them to all look different. So it's important to have different colors there. I think I still want to get some out of here though. Can I fit another? No, that's too big there. Okay. I'm going to hold on to that paper. I'm going to get this strip right here. Because there's a lot of purple. Did it again. Okay. There's some purple in this corner. That would be helpful. So put some there. It's all bent up, so it's not going to lay flat. I'm going to stick this on here quick. Shoot, I put that in there weird, but I think it'll still work. So I'm going to make some extra just so I have a few to play with, and in various colors, just in case I need to move them around. I don't want them all to be the same. Let's get a big one in there. Get some of that purple, get some of that pink. We've got both of those on there. I should be able to get this little tiny one on here again. Let's sandwich it. We'll get a funky artistic one in there. Because we're going to stuff this envelope. It's going to actually be three-dimensional. If it goes the way I'm expecting it to. You know, these things don't always turn out how we want them to, but that's the expectation. I'm hoping to make this a three-dimensional card. I want this to be bright and fun and happy. There we go. Another one of those fun ones. Let's do this one more time. I can't put both of them in there. They won't fit. Let's put, you know what? I'm not going to do that one. Is it a little tiny one? Should we just do these again? Let's do these one more time. One more time, because those are going to be the main ones anyway. Let's stick that there. And if for some reason that's not enough, I still do have another piece of paper here that I can still cut out of, but I think this should be probably plenty. Now, you don't have to, I mean, we're doing Watercolor Wednesday, so you don't, that's why I'm using watercolors, but you could cut this out of regular paper if you wanted to. These little hearts. Taking the time to cut that up has allowed this to dry mostly dry enough to work with, at least. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And I'm going to cut it out. I should have used this tape for something. Oh, I've got plenty. That's the crafter in me. Oh, I should have saved that and used it. No, it's tape. Come on, I got a whole roll of it. It's okay. It did its job, right? It did what's tape supposed to do. Okay. I'll use my long scissors because these cut better. They cut longer, straighter lines anyway, instead of chomps. And we're going to kind of bend that. We'll go straight up this way. See what I mean? It's some of these edges aren't perfect and they don't need to be, but I'm going to cut it anyway. And I knew I was going to cut it anyway. So I wasn't too worried about that. We can fix some of those lines by doing this. Then I'm just going to kind of tip the corner off it. I don't necessarily want it to be round, but I'm just going to tip that corner off so it's not so harsh. And that one, I didn't get all the way to the edge anyway, so we're going to do that. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get out my micron pen. I think this is dry enough now. Pretty sure that I can use this without worry. This is my, I don't want my 08, I want my 03. The 08 is my thickest one. I may not be able to find my 03. I might be using my 08. It's not the one I want, but it's the one I'm going to use because I don't see the other one. Okay. That's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to define these lines. Why, you might ask? I thought we weren't going for perfection. We're not. But we're going to define these lines. See, it's kind of bumpy and shaky. There we go. Now, I also want to do this, even though I'm going to go right along the edge right here. Not perfect because I moved. So one thing you guys might not know about me, here's some interesting fun. I don't aim for perfection. And in part of that because I have a nervous tic disorder. I don't talk about that very much, but I do. And what that means is when I'm stressed or anxious, nervous, anything like that, whether it's what I'm doing or just stuff in my life, I clench and my muscles and I do things. I tick. And it's not something that everybody notices, but I have had to learn to not expect perfection from myself. And sometimes, you know, I can hide it for the most part, but sometimes it comes out. One of the reasons why I like to do art is because I'm focusing and I'm concentrating. And when I'm doing that and focusing elsewhere, sometimes that doesn't really affect me as much. So it's important to me to be able to accept I'm not going to be perfect. Okay. There's things that are getting in my way. That's all right. It makes me who I am. It makes me the artist that I am, the crafter that I am, the person, the human being that I am. And I'm okay with that. And I can't believe I'm sharing this on here. But, you know, because it's not something I really talk about or advertise by any means. It's just part of who I am. And it's okay, you know? My body likes to do its own thing sometimes. Where is my pokey tool? There it is. So that's part of why I want to encourage people, just get up and try it. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. This should be fun. Crafting should never be something to stress over. And you know, it brings me joy in that way, and it helps me to relax. It's my, I say it all the time, it's my sanity. It's something I need for me. Something I enjoy. It's something I love. And I'm my best self when I'm crafting. So, you know, and I still clench my muscles and I still tick. But it's okay, you know? It's okay. But anyway, perfection's not necessary. Who's to say that this isn't perfect? Maybe this is exactly what I wanted. That in that case, that's perfect, right? So there. Does it look like an actual envelope? No, but it resembles one. Good enough for me. That's what I wanted. It's perfect. There. It's what I wanted. All right, so I love these. I love these hearts, and I'm going to probably put them up this way, and I'm going to put these all up in here, scattered. But there's one thing I need to do first, okay? And first, I need to get out my knife. Here's where my concentration comes in. I'm going to cut this. I don't want to go all the way to the edge because I'm going to cut open, and I don't want to cut it open, but I do want to cut it open. I'm going to start about 1/2 inch from the edge, and I'm going to follow this line carefully, slowly, not ticking. And we're just going to cut this open. And I don't think this is the best blade that I have, but I'm not seeing another. Oh, I can feel glass in that one. Okay, that's better. We're just going to go up and around here. I might have to go over it again. There we go. And back this way. Make sure you've got a nice mat underneath you, a cutting mat or glass like this one. So this will just pop right open. Okay. See what I'm doing there? Yep, I'm making a little pocket. And what I want to do is kind of train this a little bit to bend-ish here on these lines so that I can get a little bit of depth in there. See what's happening? All right, now I need a card base. I didn't think about cutting out paper for my card base. I didn't think about that yet, and I should have. But this paper is sitting right here. Now I could go red, but I don't feel like that's the right thing to do. I feel like I should go pink. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay. My card needs to be right about that size, right? And if I play this right, I can use the other side to put underneath there, which would actually be a great idea. Let's cut this paper in half and see what we're working with. This is going to be, I'm going to cut off that part. And so we've got 12 inches. 6 inches I know is going to be tall enough. Oh shoot, I could have saved some of that. Darn it. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so let's go, wait. Let's do 5 on this one. 5 by, that's 5 across, is it? Yeah, it's about 5 across, almost 5 across. So we'll go 5.5 this way. And I think that will fit just right. So 5 by 5.5. So we're going to go 5 1/4, 5 3/4. Hopefully I did that right. I think I did the math right. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We can go this way. Do I like the red back there? Do I? I almost feel like we should bring some glitter in here. I wonder if I have that white glitter paper. Give me just a second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm stepping away for just a second. Or textured or something. It's flat. Do you guys see what I'm saying? It's kind of a flat thing right now. And I don't really want flat. I'm needing some texture. And this paper is exactly what I need right here. Okay. It's got this texture on it. It's got some glitter. I think this would be a better than the red. Yeah, I like that so much better. All right. What did I say? 5.5 by 5 3/4. We're going to do that. I think it brightens it up more. Oops, 5.5. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Just throwing everybody around here. Okay, I like that so much better. Did I do that right? Nope, this way. I didn't do it right. What did I do? Oh, yes, I did. Close enough. Yep, I like it. Okay. Close enough. It's a little off. That's all right. I'm rethinking this. Hang on a minute. I'm not gluing this flat. I already said it looks flat to me. So what I was thinking is instead of gluing it down like that, what if we pop it up? What if we pop it up a little bit off that glitter paper? Give it a little bit of depth. The top is going to be dimensional anyway, but excuse me. I think this will just make a prettier card. This tape is a pain. It works. It would help probably if I took the 2 rolls apart, right? I mean, you know, except that they don't want to come apart in the middle. There we go. We got it. It's sticky. It's just a mess. Oh my gosh. It's a hot mess. Whatever. Okay. I need to go around the edges so that it's kind of sealed looking for the best appearance. Look, it tore. What happened? What in the world? I won't be recommending this tape. Of course, I couldn't tell you where I got it anyway. Oh, well, I could. Got it off Amazon. Won't tell you where. Not gonna recommend it. Actually, it's done really well for me. I'm playing, but this thickness I hate. It serves its purpose because with shakers you got to have some of the different thicknesses, but I don't like this thickness. I like the wider one. But I ran out and I need to use this up before I go buy more. I am on a year of using what I've got. Meaning, don't just keep adding to my stockpile. I've got what I need right now for a while. So I'm trying so hard not to spend right now, but I will tell you that I am going to be doing a craft haul probably Friday. It's payday. And I need to go do this thing. I need some things. So I'm going to go hang out and do a craft haul. So be on the watch for that video. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, you guys, how could you let me do that? I put it on the wrong side. No, you probably saw it the whole time and we're like, Tanya, no, don't do it. Oh no. Okay, wait. All right, I still have another piece. I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to cut. I'm glad I have another piece. I need to cut about, oh boy. I'm so busy thinking about this other thing that I've got going on. I totally messed that up. What in the world? Oh, shoot. All right, that's okay. That's all right. But we're gonna do it right. I'm so glad I have another piece of this. I gotta stop being so serious. Ugh. Okay. I am so distracted. Let me just say, it's good news, you guys. I've got good news coming. Good news coming. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. All right, let's try this tape thing again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm throwing that piece away. I don't know what to do with it. I'm not using it. I'm not going to have it sitting around sticking to stuff. So that one, believe it or not, just went in the trash. I know I could have used it as a card base for something else, but like I said, there's so much stuff sitting around here. It's just going to get sticky on something else, and I'm going to get mad that I saved it. So this is better. This is better for me. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut this one. Do those all over again. Pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, we didn't see that. There's nothing to see here. No mistakes happened. Nope, nope, nope. Yes, there did. Just kidding. Okay. So yeah, it's good news. This personal thing I'm talking about. I don't want to say anything yet because there's nothing really to say yet. But if you feel so inclined, send happy thoughts and prayers on Friday for me. Because I've got some things to accomplish. And I'll know a little more Friday afternoon. And if there's anything to tell, I definitely will. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just say that Friday could be the start of something really cool. Really, really cool. I feel like I should just tell you. I feel like I'm just teasing you now, huh? Okay. Here we go. Did I already do that one? I did. Okay. Is this the way I want it? Or, nope, I think it's this way. Yep, this is the way. Here we go. There. I think that's going to be much better. And then what I want to do, I'm going to actually put some tape up under this lip right here. Because I want this to lift up off the page just a bit. And I'm going to actually double thickness this one. Because I want it to lift. I want it to look like that's gaping open, full of hearts. Full of them. Now, what I need to do is put glue around the outside of this so it sticks flat to the page. And I want this flat to the page, this whole part, the top of the envelope. I'm trying to get back into frame if I'm not. And here we go. All right. Yeah, see, I love the way those colors play together. And the sparkle from the glitter paper is perfect. See, we're just gonna hold this down, glue the envelope bottom. This is where the tape is on the foam tape is on the other side. See how that worked out? Now it looks like it's gaping open. I don't like how that flipped up and right there, wrinkles, but that's okay. It's not perfection. Okay, so there we go. Do you guys like that so far? See how that worked out? Now we're gonna put hearts in there. Okay. I'm just kind of look. I want to put probably these here, and I'm just going to start making the decision to stick them down. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn on my glue gun. Now, there's a reason why I'm using my glue gun on this one. With the glue gun, I can kind of do a little bit what the foam tape does and give it, I'm not going to use a glue gun on all of them, but you can give it a little bit more dimension with the glue gun if you put like a blob behind your heart and not press it all the way down. It'll actually give it a little bit of lift off the paper and still adhere it. Where glue is going to be, you know, flat to the back, you can actually play with the dimension with the glue gun. That's why I like it on some of these projects. So I kind of want to go here. And I'm going to put this other one down here. These can go flat to the back. Actually, I think I might want to put this one in front of some of the others, so I'm going to hold on to this one yet. I'm not going to glue it down yet. Some of the back ones we want to put in there so that they're flat to the back too. I can go ahead and use, I mean, I'll use the glue gun for these too, but because you can push them flat or you can make them stand up a little bit. But it's not hot enough yet. I might actually need some more hearts. This might not be enough. Now that I'm looking at it. Another thing we could do too is go ahead and put some color around the edges of some of these. I think I've got my pink here. Will that work? To kind of help outline them. Will that work? Actually, that works great. That worked really good. Except for my finger rubbed off the ink. I wonder if my dauber would do better. Probably. Let's move that. It probably would. But I might need a different pad on it. Because I think, yeah, it's pretty brown. Pretty brown. But I know I have more. Well, we just might not do that. Let's use, shoot, I thought I put them up in here. I did. Oh, that's Velcro. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. But how about this? Put one of these. Put one of these dudes. Is it gonna be, that'll work, maybe. If I go around the edge. Will that work? Let's see if that's actually working or not. Yeah, it's working. Yep, it is actually. I'm gonna have to find those foam domes. Maybe that's gonna be added on my list to my shopping trip. Okay, let's put that aside for now. That should be working. Oh, let's put my cover on the Distress Oxide. All right, and this is what I'm talking about, dimension. So you can just kind of stick it on there. I put globs back there. If you don't stick it all the way down, you'll get a shadow because it's still lifted up a little bit. That's what I like to see. And then you can still stick things underneath it. I kind of want the top of that envelope to show, but I don't want these. Okay. Do that. So that's my helpful hint of the day. Use your glue gun as a dimensional. See that big old glob? We're not going to push it down. We're just going to kind of place it and rest it. It's sticking, trust me. Give it a minute. You won't be able to get that back up. But it's acting just as a foam tape or dot would do. Giving you that dimension. All right, now I wish I'd had another big one to stick in here because these little ones, I don't know that I can stack them that deep. We want this to look like it's just full of hearts coming out. Full of them. Maybe I can. Maybe this will be enough. How cute that is already. Okay, we want to stick this one in here, right up here in the front. I'm okay if that edge is, I'm going to have to stick this side down, but I think I'm going to leave this edge sticking up. It gives it just a bit of lift to make it look even more dimensional, right? Like it's really coming out of there, shooting out. All right, we'll put these little tiny little guys in here. We're just gonna kind of fill the whiteness in there, the little holes. Just, I didn't get a sentiment out either. I didn't think that far. But I'm going to put a sentiment right in here. If I have, I may, I'm thinking it should say lots of love because, duh, my envelope is filled with lots of love. Or it can say whatever you want, you know? But I think that would be cute. Thinking of you, smile, whatever you want it to say. Heartfelt. I have a rubber stamp that says heartfelt. I could do that even. I wish it said heart-filled. There we go. So you guys, that's it for now. This is this will go on. Ooh, I feel like I do need to tack that down. This is just the card topper. Now you would put this on the card base. Which is easy. You just want to cut your card to be a little bit bigger than this. But this is it for now. This is my Watercolor Wednesday. I hope you guys will be inspired to make something as well. And hope you didn't mind my rambling too much. But there we go. I think it's beautiful and it was fun. Simple, easy, you know, not perfect by any means, but it sure does make an impact. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and will be inspired to get out your watercolors and practice and try and maybe make one similar. If you do, make sure you post it. I'd love to see it. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.